Elena is my name. I'll be presenting Northcote Terrace. Before I begin my presentation, I'd like to acknowledge country. Northcote is located in the Wurundjeri people, in the lands of the Wurundjeri people. The story of Northcote Terrace starts with the existing heritage Victorian terrace dwelling located at 47 Charles Street on a very narrow block in between identical neighbouring dwellings. The project was procured in a design and construct, so Evissa is essentially a design and construct company, and from the very beginning we have been engaged by our clients to provide design and construct services. And Evissa has acted as architect and builder for the entire course of the project. The main focus across all our dwellings, as well as Northcote Terrace, is to use architecture and pacifiers to democratise healthy, comfortable, and access to healthy, comfortable, and robust dwellings. Design and constructed with a modular product called structural insulated panels for the purpose of enhancing our end users' quality of life. The modest Victorian existing facade, highly proliferated across the entire street, identifies number 47 to hold a rather peaceful and uniform aspect in the street. Blending tradition with contemporary living, we aim to prioritise historical reverence, contextual integration, and sustainable living. We delicately restored its original charm, adapted functionality to modern times, and ensure consistency with cultural heritage guidelines for a seamless design response, fostering community integration. We are hoping we were able to establish a lasting legacy that honours the past while embracing the future. While analysing the context, we have identified three main sections of the existing house that had a gradual importance. The lean-to addition at the back, presented as an ad hoc, fairly low-quality space, and was proposed for removal without too much hesitation. The middle section of the house showed some material value rather than architectural, with walls mostly erected using locally fabricated bricks, which were fully recycled during demolition, and some reused to construct the new brick veneer walls on the boundary. Preserving the original front of the house, comprising of 2 bedrooms, we fully removed a rear lean-to addition in the middle section. In its place, a ground floor and mezzanine extension emerged, thoughtfully considering the neighbourhood footprint. Carefully integrated into the context, one of the main objectives was to turn site challenges into strengths, benefiting both users and neighbours alike. Elevating spaces, we have deliberately incorporated past into present. We have identified 2 distinctive points which became pivotal for the shape of the mezzanine and for the way the natural light is used across the internal spaces. By upholding architectural authenticity and integrating decent dominant volumes, we believe we've enhanced the public expression, and we contributed to the cultural landscape. The volume is harmoniously intersecting with the heritage areas and creates a new contemporary volume that vitally emerged into the space, fostering a dynamic and enriched environment for owners and their neighbours. Originally, we're aiming to get a 3-bedroom, to achieve a 3-bedroom home and on the ground floor only, and the site limitation led to the creation of a mezzanine, serving as a sleeping, working from home hub for the owners. And despite of a total indoor area of 154 square metres, the home radiates a spacious and generous feel. To clearly demarcate times, we've introduced the light rail, which connects key internal spaces, and we've utilised vegetation to strengthen the connection with country. So reducing the scale to human size appearance was quite an important aspect of the brief, and we were able to create an invisible, we call it invisible mezzanine, while in close proximity of the dwelling, and only made it present as a dynamic volume in context from afar on the laneway side, and hardly noticeable from Charles Street. The rear courtyard was transformed into a dominant private open space that only is used occasionally for parking, for a small vehicle parking. From the very first moment you're entering Northcote Terrace, you land into history. Following the corridor, you'll progressively explore different textures: old pine floorboards, exposed heritage brickwork, contemporary concrete floor revealing its heavy mass, as well as very small patio that already thrive with growing vegetation. The long corridor expands on the side and is giving you the option to continue walk through the ground floor or to take the mezzanine shortcut into the private master bedroom space. The ground floor alternative, by taking the ground floor alternative, you will end up into a living area that elevates itself to capture north winter light and thrive with passive cooling during the winter months and hot summer, passive cooling during the summer months and north access during the cold winter days. Decking and outdoor spaces are integral of the living space. In an environment where housing and affordability are curricular topics, we are actively educating all of our clients on how important it is to keep the footprint small. And we utilise the project funds to achieve durable and robust structures that last for generations to come. We prioritise volume over square metre floor area, as we believe this approach creates a far better outcome, addressing one of the most fundamental needs of oxygen for our brains to function at optimal levels while inside, strictly linked to the indoor air quality. Every internal space has access to outdoor spaces that aren't static or solid, but alive in its vegetal form. Plants from different parts of the world have been utilised in areas with low access or high access to solar radiation to enable them to thrive in their space. As mentioned before, as a standard practice at Evissa, we utilise building physics strategies across all our design and construct projects. So I'll just finish there. Continuous insulation, high-performing windows, low thermal bridging, airtight building fabrics and well-ventilated spaces were intrinsically part of the brief. Thank you.